data table in UiPath. So basically data table is nothing but it contains a collection of a huge lot of information with different columns that can be extracted from Excel or from different web sources or other systems as well, right? So being a fresher, if someone who's wondering what is data table, it's like, let's assume or take it an example where Excel, which contains huge data with multiple columns, right? That will give you a symbolic idea what is a data table all about. All right, so here to construct or to do functionality with a build data table, you have to use build data table activity, which is available in UiPath. And if you want to rename, you can just go ahead and rename it. And after that, just click on the data table option in your activity. And once you click on it, you will see able to see the pop-up that will contain the properties. Either you can enter the column name or you can change the type of it based on your requirement. So the notable property which is available in build data table is like kind of a data type, what you want to be with your column, and null value, auto increment, unique, and maximum length. We will be able to see each and every options in detail when we get into UiPath Studio. And at the end, right, once you build a data table, you want to store it in a output function, right? So output as an output data table, right? So for that, you have to either create a data table or use an existing one, which is a normal basic functionality. So without getting delay, let's jump back to UiPath and see the practical content of build data table activity, right? So just go to your activity panel and type as like build, right? So you'll be able to see build data table. So once you click on build data table, as is mentioned here, if you want to rename it, just go to the display name and change it as like, for example, here I'm saying like create data table. So if you want to rename it, you can do it. And once you do it, as I mentioned in the document, right? So if you just click on the data table, once you see it, you can be able to have a pop-up that does contain default will be column 1 and column 2 with the string and integer as a type, as a default types, but that you can change it. We'll be able to see there is a pen-like structure which will allow you to edit. Just click on it and you can rename the column. For example, I'm going to give the column name as like country here, and the data type is going to be string because the name of the country is going to be string only. So I'll just leave it as it is, right? So what is allow null, right? So there is a checkbox which is there, which indicates whether null values are allowed in this rows or not. So when for the particular column, if you want to include the null values, you can just use it, or if you don't want, you can uncheck it. Auto increment, I'll show you. The default value, if you want to set it as a default value when you create a new rows, that also you can do it as a one-time activity. What is a unique, right? So if you go to the checkbox, it will indicate whether the value of each row contains uniqueness or not. I'll show you in practical. If you do a repetitive of the same value with the previous row on this row, it will throw an error and will not allow you to do the duplication, right? So here maximum length by default it will be 100, but if you suspect it that your data type is going to have more than 100, then by just simply you can go here and change the ranges -1 so that it will be the maximum length. You can see the description when you mouse over to the field, right? So just click. So I've changed it to country. So if you go to the column 2, so I'll say as like kind of a rank, right? So its rank will be, of course, it will be integer type, and here also I said like allow null values for some reasons. If you want, you can. If you don't want, you can uncheck it. Auto increment is something, so I'll give you a sample here. So I've just checked auto increment, and if I click OK, now you can see by default there will be a value 1. So if I go here and type India, you can see the value is 0. If I go here and type, for example, USA and enter, right? So it keeps on increasing. You can see the next column, it will keep on increasing. For example, basically where this will exactly fit in. For an example, I'm saying it can be used if you want to set some sort of a index or some sort of serial number to particular data table if you want to be, and it is not something fixed that you have to go only the second column can be able to create it as a int data table type. You can just switch anyway all the way from for like you can, if you want to create the rank as column number 1 also, that's also possible. So there is no restriction in placing the position of data table, right? So country, and then I'll go with New Zealand, and yeah, Denmark. So I can give whatever it is, right? So it can keep auto incrementing. So that's the basic functionality of auto increment which is there, right? So for example, unique, right? So I just want to make sure it should be unique, right? So I've checked it unique here. Now, if I click India, if I try to type India again, right? So and click OK, then it will say like data table could not be saved. Please check the column types. So which means this contains already India and this contains already this particular column have two rows which is having a repeated value which is India. So that's the reason for your error which you got it, right? So instead, right, I can go with Sri Lanka and then click OK. So now I can be able to create a data table. So I've created a data table, but I didn't save it somewhere, right? So to do that, you can just click on this create data table, which is a build data table activity from this panel. And then go here, just give control K if you want to create a new variable, right? So here it's like output build data. Okay, so just give it whatever name you have convenient, right? So for here, since it's more than 2020, I can just debug it and show you in the local panel, right, what value that's going to bring in, so that we'll be able to witness whether the value is storing it into particular data item. So this is the data table, right? Out dt underscore output build data table. So if I expand it, I can be able to see that this is getting stored in this form. So in case if you want to store it in an Excel, this data table, or you want to manipulate it in this fashion, yes, it is possible. That is where your data table build data table function is used. So if you want to create a data table or like structure in any of your projects, you can just go with this option. That's really helpful. And that's what I just want to get it covered with this video. So let's catch up with a few other activities in the upcoming videos. And thanks for watching the video. Please share, do subscribe to the channel for more updates for our beginners in UiPath. Thank you. Have a nice day.